Sinon, ça va semer le mauvais esprit en toi.
If not that to plant in you a corrupt seed.
Tout le monde aura sa voiture. Ce n'est pas tout le monde aura sa voiture.
Everyone will have his or her own car.
Tout le monde, même les enfants, tout le monde aura sa voiture.
Grown up, even the children, all of them will have their cars.
Alléluia. Alléluia. Ce n'est pas l'homme qui l'a fait. Ce n'est pas l'homme qui le fera.
It's not a man that will do all these things,
C'est Dieu tout-puissant.
but it's the mighty living God.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Alléluia. L'homme peut rendre l'homme riche.
Can human being make another human being rich?
L'homme peut rendre l'homme riche.
Can a human let his other person be rich?
Seul Dieu peut rendre riche.
It's only one God, only God that can make rich.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Alléluia. Dieu fait de ce qu'il a fait, le riche qui n'a jamais existé.
And he said unto the Father, all nations, I made you one of the billionaires. A rich man never exists in the history of this world.
Qu'il a mis sa puissance à lui.
And he put his power into this man,
Que lui-même il est en lui.
that he himself is in him.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Alléluia. Vraiment, à travers cette parole,
Based on this word,
un moment,
a time,
je regarde,
I was dreaming that
nous étions sur une gratte-ciel. Nous étions sur une grande immeuble.
so we are on one of the high and the tall skyscrapers. We are on top of it.
C'est un gratte-ciel.
Yeah. It's a skyscrapers.
Et c'est bien large en haut.
And the top of it is very large.
Donc j'étais au-dessus avec le Père des Nations.
And I was on top of it to the Father of all nations.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Maintenant, le Père des Nations est assis au bord de l'étage.
Our Father is sitting at one side of the building.
Et il me disait que
And he was saying
il va se laisser ici.
that he can live himself
Il va tomber.
and fall down,
Rien ne va le faire.
and rien can happen, and nothing sorry can happen to
Je
him.
n'arrive même pas à s'approcher du bord de
But even me myself in the dream, I couldn't gather courage to even come across or go near the border of the building.
Quand je m'approche, j'ai de la vertige.
But when I was getting closer to the border of the building on top of it, my face do turn me around.
Immédiatement,
Immediately,
le Père des Nations s'est laissé.
this man leave himself down.
C'est par la dans les airs.
And this man was standing up in the air like that,
Jusqu'à tomber par terre.
to the point that he fall on the ground.
Il est mort.
And suddenly he's dead.
Je me disais
Ah,
qu'il est
okay,
mort.
And I was saying to myself that he's dead.
Je dis, il est mort.
And I was saying, oh, this man is dead.
Parce que quand tu imagines la hauteur de cette maison,
Imagine the height of the building.
donc ça chaîne même sera décapité.
Even when the person from that place fall on the ground, who split on the ground.
Et tout comme ça, c'est lui qui est derrière moi.
When I was saying that he's dead, let me turn around. He's the one standing at my back.
Je trouve c'est lui qui est derrière moi.
And I turn at my back, and I turn around. He's the one standing.
Tu es passé par où?
And I said, where have you passed to come to this place?
Quand j'étais parti que même ton projet n'avait pas de tampon.
Haven't I tell you people that I will not have grave?
ni le cercueil.
nor coffin,
Car le Seigneur Jésus-Christ a mis sa puissance en nous.
because our Lord Jesus Christ put his strength, his power in me.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Le Seigneur a fait le femme.
The Lord made him wind
Avec le feu.
with fire.
Parce que dans une autre
Because in another dream,
sa maman pleurait dans les songes. La maman du père dans les songes pleurait.
the mother of the father of all nations is crying in his dream.
Elle s'inquiétait. Je dis, maman, pourquoi tu pleures? Pourquoi tu t'inquiètes?
She was worried within herself, and I was asking her, woman, why are you crying? What is wrong with you?
Et elle me dit,
And she said,
les pasteurs
the pastors,
et les prêtres,
and priests, Catholic priests,
où se sont mouvés contre son fils, le père de la nation qui veut l'arrêter.
and they stand against his son, the father of all nations, that they will arrest him.
Et je disais, je lui dis pas.
And I laughed.
Est-ce qu'à cause de ça, tu me pleurer?
And I said, is that the reason why you are crying?
Je dis, si quelqu'un
If someone
peut saisir le vent,
and the person can be able to hold the wind,
si quelqu'un peut saisir le feu,
and the person can be able to hold fire,
et si quelqu'un peut toucher le Seigneur Jésus de Nazareth,
if someone can be able to touch our Lord Jesus Christ, the one of Nazareth,
alors il va arrêter le père de la nation, mon fils.
and then they can be able now to arrest the father of all nations, which is your son.
Mais s'il ne peut pas toucher le vent,
If they cannot be able to hold the wind,
ni le feu,
neither the fire
ni Jésus-Christ,
nor Jesus Christ of Nazareth,
il ne peut jamais, jamais, jamais toucher le père de la nation.
that they will never, ever, ever be able to arrest him.
Son cœur s'est apaisé en même temps.
And all of a sudden, her heart beat at peace, he started smiling.
Alléluia. Le Seigneur fait de grandes choses dans la vie du père de la nation.
Our Lord Jesus Christ, our Lord Jesus is doing greater things in the life of the Father of all nations.
Il a fait de grandes choses dans sa vie.
He has done greater, bigger things.
Que sa bénédiction,
Let his blessings
ça va dépasser les sables.
that it to be more than the sand at the seashore.
Le Seigneur a confirmé.
Our Lord confirmed it on me many a time.
Dans un songe,
In a dream,
alléluia. Le père de la nation conduisait un long camion.
and the Father of all nations is driving a long track.
Et si tu vois la route de camion aussi,
And when you see the height of the car,
je n'ai jamais vu un camion pareil.
I never see a track of that manner or that level.
Puis il a un filet.
And another way also, he's on top speed.
Quand il filait,
When he was on top speed,
moi j'ai appelé un camion.
me too, I was in a track.
Mon camion, c'est un camion de derrière plateau. Le remorque, c'est un plateau, c'est pas le remorque cadré.
Okay. And so my own is the flat top, the one that is not all totally closed, that car that I'm using.
Là, souvent, on va les camions qui passent, qui transportent les tomates du monde.
Yes.
Pareil.
So it's like those tracks that do carry tomatoes or other vegetable things that they don't cover the top of it. It's open like that.
Et on allait.
And we are going.
Comment on allait?
On the way going,
J'ai vu que le père de la nation a pris un chemin à droite.
I see that he diverted onto a road that is on the right side.
Oh, moi j'étais perdu, j'ai pris l'autre chemin.
And as for me, I escaped the road I lost and I took the straight road.
Je dis, mais là où il est passé, moi je vais passer, je vais
And I said, no, I need to return. Where he passed, I'll pass that road.
Et j'ai fait marcher pour passer là, c'est une voie très très étroite.
And the road, I reversed backward to follow that lane, but I can see that the road is a narrow road.
Et je me suis arrivé à là où il a garé le camion.
And I follow him up where he stopped his car.
Il y a beaucoup de camions.
There's a lot of trucks over there. A lot of trucks are there. They were all filled up, but I don't know what is inside of them. Wow. Is the blessing that? Uncountable. Uncountable. But the Lord let me understand the dream. A long track that I took also, and the things I was having inside, that was my blessings. But of the fact all nations,
je ne peux même pas compter. Non, moi je peux compter sur bien sûr mon plateau.
And on the low bed, I can count the things that I have in it, but as for the Father all nation, for him is uncountable.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Si ton père est riche, toi aussi tu es riche.
When the father is a rich man, no one to forsake you are also rich.
Si ton père possède des héritages, toi qui es le fils, tu es héritier.
So if your father have a lot of heritage, know that you also inherit it.
Alors nous sommes des héritiers.
So no wonder that we are heirs.
Nous sommes des héritiers.
Know that we are heirs.
Ceux qui ne sont pas de la parole ne pas comprendre.
Those that are not in the word will not comprehend.
Mais ceux-là qui ont compris quelque chose,
But those that understand it,
comprennent ce qu'on a dit.
they will understand what I'm saying in here.
Ils comprennent ce qu'on a dit.
They understand what I'm saying.
Alléluia. Vraiment, Dieu a pris le Père des nations.
Truly, God bless the Father of all nations.
Infini.
Infinite blessings.
Dans un autre songe,
In another dream,
le Père des nations a emmagasiné de l'argent. Beaucoup d'argent.
the Father of all nations kept a lot of money
Dans un grand trou.
in a very large and big hole.
Deux grands trous. Deux grands trous.
A very big hole, two of them.
D'une profondeur de 2 mètres. Et la boule longueur de 3 mètres. Et l'argent de 1 mètre.
So it's the deep of it is like 3 meters, 1 meter, and round of it is 3 meters.
Et il m'a dit, viens, je vais te montrer.
And he said, come, let me show you something.
Alléluia. Maintenant, quand le Père de la nation m'a mené pour me montrer,
When the Father of all nations is taking me there to show me,
j'ai vu quelqu'un aussi qui me suivait.
I saw someone following us.
Maintenant, quand le Père de la nation a mis la tête dans le trou, il a encore pris ça par d'un morceau de bois sec.
So the father all nation, when he arranged the money into the hole, he take a hard paddle and like clay, and he used it to cover it.
Tu ne vas jamais savoir que c'est l'argent qui est là-bas.
So you will never know or notice that there's money in there.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord. Vous êtes fatigué. Vous êtes fatigué.
Are you tired?
Vous êtes fatigué.
Are you tired?
Même si on peut rester jusqu'à demain matin.
So if we'll be here till tomorrow morning, we are ready now. Is that not so?
Amen. Si on dit qu'on a partagé $1 milliard, $2 milliards pour les gens qui sont là. Les gens vont venir ici pour faire une semaine ici.
When they say they are sharing 1 million, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 billion to people, people even live here for 1 good week waiting.
Amen.
Do not look onto your tummy, your hunger. We have been filled up with the word of God.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Je disais que quelqu'un nous suivait quand le Père des Nations allait pour m'amener pour me rendre l'argent.
I saw that someone was following us at the moment that the Father all nation took me to the place that he wanted to show me the money.
C'est l'ennemi.
It's the enemy.
Il voulait voler.
He wanted to steal the money.
Il voulait voler la bénédiction.
He wanted to steal the blessings.
Et j'ai dit au Père des Nations que quelqu'un est en train de venir. Attends d'abord.
And I was saying to the Father all nation that there's someone coming that you should hold on for a while.
On est assis comme on est dans sa maison.
And we sat down and said we're joking.
Lui aussi, il est venu s'asseoir à côté de nous.
And he to come and sat by our side.
Donc, il nous a empêché à ce que le Père des Nations me montre l'argent.
He's blocking the way in such a way, he's making it such a way that the Father of all nations is unable to show me the money.
Amen.
So I don't know what possible I can do that this person to live over there. But the Father of all nations is not saying anything to us. And I stood up. Then I said, my brother, live here. This is not a place. Do you know what we are coming to do over here? You need to go. And he stood up and he's gone. And that's why the Father all nations removed the things on the money. And I just say, wow. I shout. And the money was tied up, bundled up a bundle. I took one bundle and I'm unable to count. There's a euro, pound sterling, and there are certain money that I've not seen before. And he took one of the money and then he's shaking it to my face. And he's asking me and saying, how much will you people be able to spend? And all my spirituals are, even this one, I give it to one person, this one bundle like this, he will never finish eating it to the trumpet sound. Praise God. The Father of all nations has hidden up money for his children.
Alléluia.
Amen. Amen.
Combien tu vas utiliser dans cet argent-là quel programme
How much will you be able to spend in that money? How much will you be able to spend?
C'est là-bas que le gouvernement tue le coup de nation.
That is where I noticed that the Father of all nations being blessed totally.
Je dis bien, c'est là-bas que j'ai la compréhension que le Seigneur a béni le Père de la nation infiniment.
That was where I noticed that God blessed the Father of all nations infinity to infinity.
Quand le Seigneur a montré des sacs de riz,
and when the Lord was showing unto me some multitude of rice,
des sacs de riz,
multitude of rice.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Amen.
Les sacs de riz sont comme la montagne. On a placé le sac de riz comme une montagne.
They pack this rice. When you look at it, you think it's a mountain.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Alléluia.
Amen.
And I said, wow.
Quand est-ce que le Père de la nation fait le chien?
When the Father of all nations farm,
Maintenant, les batteurs, ceux qui font élever le riz là, les batteurs.
the people harvesting.
Maintenant, quand ils donnent le nom, ils ne se pressent même pas.
And when they were harvesting the rice, they were not in the rush.
Il faut ça doucement.
They were doing it gently, with all patience.
Mais le travail avance tellement.
But the work is advancing speedily.
Et ce sont les anges.
But they are the angels.
Ils se sentent de regarder les sacs.
And I was looking at the angel and I said, wow, God really blessed the Father of all nations
Pour tous ces enfants.
for his children, all his children.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
J'ai oublié de vous dire quelque chose. Le message que j'avais reçu concernant là où nous chantons, où le journaliste passait le micro, j'ai demandé comment tu as vu la lumière de David.
So I forgot to say something. I could remember once more when I told you about that we're dancing. I and Brother Luke and Samuel and Co were all dancing, and the journalists were asking people questions.
Parce qu'après le rêve, là, quand je me suis levé,
Because after that dream, when I woke up,
je suis en train de. Je me suis levé, je suis en train de réfléchir sur le rêve.
I woke up and I was thinking about the dream or the revelation.
Et immédiatement, je me suis couché.
And all of a sudden, I slept back.
J'ai fermé les yeux, je n'ai pas la voix dans l'eau.
I closed my eye while not sleeping,
Et j'ai eu une vision.
and I have a vision.
Dans la vision,
In a vision,
un mécanicien
a mechanic
qui répare les voitures de papa.
that been repairing the car of the Father of all nations.
Un jour, il m'avait pris dans sa voiture avec un électricien.
And he put me into the car one day. He's convinced me and one of the electricians one day.
Et le jour là, il est parti déposer l'électricien.
He has gone to throw the electrician that day.
Et il lui a envoyé l'électricien au garage.
And me and him, we returned back to the garage.
Bon, la nuit de cette journée,
And that particular day in the evening,
c'est la nuit de cette journée que j'ai reçu les songes de l'antenne la vie de David.
Que maman ça même quand les gens pour si à David de maman va problème à tel comment que
So that night was the night that I had a dream about the King David event, about the antenna toward to the sky. That was where I received that dream.
Donc dans la vision, le monsieur s'est approché de moi.
Yes, yeah.
L'électricien.
L'un gamia tu vois avec de la bourra va te gogo.
L'électricien.
Courant dans là va te gogo.
And in the dream, this electrician came close to me.
Je l'ai vu comme ça dans la vision.
I see him face to face like this in the vision.
Et il me dit.
And he said,
Avec fureur quoi.
with all anger,
Donc demandez le mécanicien.
that I should ask the mechanic,
Avec colère.
with anger,
Qu'il a son argent chez lui.
that his money is with the mechanic.
Que son argent chez le mécanicien n'a pas remis.
But that his money is the mechanic, but the mechanic refused to return the money unto him.
De lui demander qu'il a son argent chez lui ne voulait pas nous remettre.
That to really ask him because his money is the mechanic, but the mechanic doesn't want to return his money to him.
Immédiatement, l'image a disparu.
Then all of a sudden that image disappeared.
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
And I said, what am I saying?
Pourquoi ce monsieur-là, je vais le voir dans la vision.
Why have I seen this man in a vision like this?
Je n'ai pas compris.
I've not comprehend.
Je n'ai pas compris.
I've not comprehend.
Je suis là.
And I was there.
Je vais appeler le mécanicien pour lui demander. Parce que moi, dans la vision, demande-lui.
And I have to call the mechanic to ask because in the vision, the electrician asked me to ask the mechanic, so I will do so.
Donc, si ce que le Seigneur m'a montré concernant la vie de David. Et l'antenne, comment le pays a changé cette personne.
Concern the way God revealed the country to me based on the coming of King David, the antenna, the way the whole nation is changed.
Là, si je l'appelle,
If I call the mechanic,
si c'est vrai,
if it is true,
là, le Seigneur confirme la révélation que j'ai reçue.
then it means the Lord confirmed unto the revelation I received.
Le lendemain, je n'ai pas appelé jusqu'au soir.
And the day came that I did not call him to the evening camp.
Je suis allé sur le garage, je n'ai pas demandé.
I've gone to him in the garage, but I've not asked him.
Et c'est la route que je suis revenu à la maison, c'est sur le lit, et la chose me dit encore, est-ce que tu l'as demandé?
And it was in the night, returning back home on my bed, and I heard the voice asking me, have you asked him?
Et je vais dire à ma femme, je vais appeler le mécanicien pour lui demander. Parce que j'ai déjà rapporté dans le Seigneur.
And I said to my wife that I'm going to call this man and ask the man because I've already told my wife about the revelation I received.
Alléluia.
Amen.
J'ai pris l'appareil, j'ai appelé le mécanicien.
That was where I took my phone and I called the mechanic.
J'ai dit, Lucas. Alléluia.
Amen.
And I called him and said, Luca.
Il a dit Amen. Bon. Aujourd'hui, quand il était venu, je sais pas, je voulais te dire quelque chose, mais j'ai oublié de vous demander.
Today I came to you, but I was supposed to ask you something, but it escaped me.
Parce que j'ai une vision concernant.
Because I have a vision concerning you.
Un jour, il est dans la vision.
And I tell him that in a vision,
C'est pour ça que l'électricien, il me demandait, il me demandait, c'est une chose que qu'il a son argent chez toi.
and in a vision I saw that the electrician was asking me to ask you that his money is with you. And he said, He paused.
Il a commencé par rencontrer un autre moment où il est parti dans la voiture elle-même, il a perdu la clé de la voiture.
Et a fait un patron de casser beaucoup pour des et il
And he was narrating that the moment there's a time that he was repairing the car, the ML car, where he lost the key of the car.
Et Joseph de France.
And our brother Joseph that came from France. And this man was thinking so much, how will he be able to solve this? That he would surely worry that he's going to see the key. The key is standing with him where he is. He's going to find the key. So that moment he was removing the stair that he was able to get to the key holder. There he can be to the key lock. They can be able to go and mold another key into it. And brother Joseph said unto him that you are going to find the key. You find it because the key is with you over there. So he called me, told me, so as for me, I'm not frightened, my heart will not show. You will find the key. That if you search for it, he will find it. By the evening time, he called us. That in the shop, mechanic shop, a small table is there. He found the key on top of it. That I found the key, so your God is a true living God. That the Father of all nations, God is a living God.
Amen.
And that was what he said unto me, that what you saw in the dream is true. That truly that he's owing the mechanic. That he do a work for him, he have not yet paid him. That very particular day, this mechanic, this electrician has come and asked him, the mechanic, the money.
Amen. Amen.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Beloved, our Lord Jesus has promised something. Amen. We need to wait for it. Amen. We need to wait for it and not be discouraged. Let us be seated.
Amen.
Amen.
Donc, quand je l'ai dit, la vision,
when I said unto him the vision that I received,
immédiatement que le Seigneur l'a envoyé comme ce qu'il doit le faire.
And he said, the Lord has given a work unto my hand, so I will do it.
Et il a levé l'argent comme ça, il a levé l'électricité.
So he removed the money, he has gone to the electrician to pay. Have you seen the way the Lord confirmed the revelation I received? He confirmed that King David is at hand.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Our God is a living God. Our God is a living God. There was a time in the presidential election in Benin that time. The moment that the Lord is sending message to the Benin people by the virtue of the Father of all nations.
Amen.
We went to the mountain to fast and to intercede on behalf of this message. So it is out of fasting and prayer that the Lord gave us this message that must be sent to the people of Benin.
Dieu dit que les Béninois ne votent pas talon, mais qu'ils votent Lionel Jésus.
That they should not vote for Talon, but they should vote for Lionel Jesus.
Merci, ils vont s'attendre à voter pour Talon, la peste va tomber sur lui.
And they say when they have gone ahead to vote for Talon, pest line will fall over them.
Et on est allé à une séance de 3 jours de prière.
So we have gone into the section of prayer for 3 good days.
Parce que Satan est tombé au Bénin pour détruire le Bénin.
Because Satan wanted to enter into Benin and spoil Benin.
À travers Talon.
By Talon, he will spoil the country.
Alléluia. Amen. C'est dans ces 3 jours de journée de prière.
It was indeed 3 days fasting and prayer.
Et j'avais une révélation.
That I have a revelation. That after the election, that is Talon that win the presidential election. And in the dream, I was angry, and I said, why? And I said, Lord, are you not the one that said they shouldn't vote for Talon? Why did these people of Benin vote for this man? I was feeling pain in me till I woke up. I didn't want to let the Father of all nations know about the dream while we are in the fasting and prayer moment. Because in the dream it was so much pain in my heart. But the thing pushed me to say so. And I've gone ahead to explain the dream unto our father and everyone around. And we have continued into another ways and journeys. And we changed the topics of the prayers. Amen. You see that Satan hardened the heart of people of Benin. And Satan hardened their heart to the extent that they vote for Talon.
On a beaucoup prié pour que cela change, pour que Talon ne gagne jamais.
But we pray that this is to change that Talon should never win.
Mais quand le Seigneur monté dans le sang que c'est Talon.
Why the Lord revealed unto me in the dream that it is rather Talon.
Effectivement, c'est Talon qui a le pouvoir.
Eventually, it's Talon that win the presidential election.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Alléluia.
Amen.
On était tous découragés.
We were all discouraged.
C'est là que ma femme me disait quand si je savais que je n'allais pas dire à tout le monde, j'allais mon tout seul.
And our father said, if you have known, you could have told everyone, you could have told to me, the father of all nations alone.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Tout cela c'est pour confirmer tout ce que le Seigneur dit.
This thing is all to confirm what the Lord is speaking unto us.
Amen.
Amen.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Quand cette vidéo est rentrée sur YouTube,
When this video go on YouTube,
un talent, c'est Talon qui a pris le pouvoir.
and Talon was the one that win the election,
Ça fait que beaucoup de gens aussi se sont trouvés.
it troubled a lot of people.
Mais le Seigneur lui il avertit.
But the Lord have sent his warning, he have warned already.
Le Seigneur les a avertis de ne pas voter Talon.
The Lord warned them never vote for Talon.
C'est comme la manière dont Dieu a envoyé Jonas a averti les gens de Ninive.
It's the same way like how God sent Jonah unto the land of Nineveh.
Mais quand le roi a appris cela,
When the king heard that,
il a décrété de jeûner prière.
he commanded fasting and prayer.
Ils ont supplié Dieu.
They begged the Lord.
Voilà, ils ont obéi.
They've obeyed.
Voilà, le Seigneur veut que les Béninois aussi obéissent.
The Lord wanted the people from Benin also to obey.
Maintenant, ils désobéissent, ils ont désobéi.
But rather they disobey.
C'est cette conséquence qui les arrive aujourd'hui.
And that's what is happening to them today.
C'est cette conséquence qui sont en train de traverser aujourd'hui.
That's the consequences they are facing now today.
Quand Dieu parle de la peste,
When God was talking about pestilence,
il peut envoyer de n'importe quoi, ce n'est pas toujours la peste qui va venir.
so it's not only the pestilence that God will say when he say he's going to send them, but he can say any other thing in that form.
Alors les Béninois sont en train de vivre aujourd'hui.
And today, people of Benin are suffering about this thing today.
Parce qu'ils ont désobéi.
Because they disobey.
C'est pour ça que votre Bénin, tout ce que le Père de
That is why we must obey the thing that the Father of all nations is saying today.
Même si tu vois que c'est quelque chose qui n'est pas bon, il faut obéir.
Even when you see that is something that's not pleasant or good in your sight, you just obey.
Les gens marchent vite.
People walk naked.
Parce que c'est Dieu qui les a dit de marcher.
Because God said unto them to walk naked.
Alléluia. Dieu a dit à Abraham de tuer son fils Isaac.
God commanded Abraham to kill his son Isaac, sacrifice him unto him.
Isaac sait que c'est une mauvaise chose, mais il a obéi.
Even Isaac know that this thing is nothing good, but he have done what he obeyed.
C'est pour cela tout ce que le Père de nation dit.
That's why everything that the Father of all nations is saying,
Quelle qu'en soit la manière de jouer, il faut obéir.
It doesn't matter what it takes, you need to obey.
Alléluia. Après cette révélation concernant talent et millionnaire Jésus,
this revelation concerning Lionel Zosu and then Patrick Talon.
le Seigneur me révélait encore une notion.
The Lord revealed something unto me.
Voilà. À ce moment, talent déjà sous le pouvoir.
And that time Talon was the one governing the country.
Dans le sens, je vois comment les gens meurent.
And in the dream I saw the way the people of Benin, the natives of Benin country were dying.
Venez voir les gens à l'hôpital.
Come and see the way people are on the hospital bed.
Les gens meurent en désordre.
People were just dying just like that.
Quand on fait sortir
When they bring out one, by the time they return, another one died. Return, another one died. The same way.
c'est là que j'ai vu talent, il y a eu bonheur. Très bien. Ils ont regroupé les dossiers.
That was where I've seen Talon and Yayi Boni that they pack up documents.
Il y a eu bonheur en train de signer. Talent en train de signer.
And Talon was signing,
Et il y a eu bonheur de cacher.
and Yayi Boni stamped on it.
Si talent si, il y a bonheur de cacher.
When Talon signed, Yayi Boni do stamp on it.
C'est comme ça les pressait.
And they were doing speedily as if someone was pressuring
Comme
them.
ça les pressait.
As if somebody was pressuring them.
Et les étudiants ont fini de signer.
Quickly, and all of a sudden they
Ils
finished.
ont ramassé les dossiers.
And they packed the document.
Et ils ont pris une moto. L'ancien moto Max.
And they take those old type of motor, one that have the mat on written on it.
Not usé.
And this mat that is tired.
Et dans le contexte aussi, c'est une moto très très gâtée.
And when you see the motor, it's the motor that is like the motor being spoiled.
Sans fumer, sans polluer.
And you can see that the smoke coming out of it is polluting the air.
Ils ont ramassé le dossier. Malgré que la moto ne fume pas, ils sont en train de forcer ça pour qu'il aille vite.
After all that, the motor is not even speeding up. They were gassing at all points that the motor should run fast.
C'est pour remettre le dossier au Bénin au Bénin.
Only for them to give those documents unto the Father of all nations.
Donc, eux, ils ne sont plus gouverneurs du Bénin. Donc, c'est le Père de la Société qui va contrôler le Bénin.
That they will be the one that will not govern Benin again. That is the Father of all nations that will come and govern Benin.
Tous les dossiers du Bénin, ils ont ramassé tout.
All the documents of Benin, they pack all of them.
Ils ont vraiment Bénin aussi.
And they give it to the Father of all nations.
Alléluia. Alléluia. Frère de là,
Hallelujah!
l'Afrique est le cœur du monde.
Africa is the heart of the world.
Le Père des nations est le cœur de l'Afrique.
The Father of all nations is the heart of Africa.
Il est le cœur du monde.
And is the heart of the whole world.
Pourquoi je dis ça?
Why am I saying this?
Parce que on a dit que le Père de la nation va sauver tous les pays, toutes les villes.
And the Father of all nations is going to circulate over all the nations of the world and all the cities in this world.
Avant que le Père de la nation n'aille, il a reçu tous les dossiers, le pays, tout ce qui va tout contrôler.
Before the Father, all nations will leave, he will take all the documents of the country because he's the one that is going to govern it. That is why the matter of spiritual Israel. The inspiration that I've been receiving all the time. Our neighborhood countries. Amen. All the leaders of those countries are going to bring all the documents of the country before the Father of all nations.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Because Jesus said the whole world. He have not said only Togo, but he said the whole world. Praise God. But Satan is not accepting it. Whether he like it or yes, what is being said is the one being said.
Amen.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Nous devons obéir à tout ce que le Père de la science dit.
We need to obey unto all the Father of our nation is saying.
Jésus t'a dit.
Jesus said to him,
Lève-toi.
stand up,
Enlève tes habits.
take away your cloth,
Et sors sur la rue.
and go on the street.
Tu n'es pas folle.
He was not mad.
Tu vas refuser. C'est parce que ce n'est pas bon.
Will you refuse because it's not good?
Alléluia. C'est ce que les gens ne comprennent pas dans la sainteté.
This is what people are unable to understand in this holiness movement.
C'est ce que les pasteurs ne comprennent pas dans cette sainteté.
And these are the things that pastors are unable to understand in this holiness movement.
Ils voient tout ce que le Père de la Nation dit comme une mauvaise chose.
And they are seeing all the things that the Father of all nations is saying as things that are bad.
Alors il est contre la parole de Dieu.
Oh, it's against the word of God.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Praise the Lord.
Alléluia.
Les pharisiens l'ont dit.
The Pharisees said,
Les grands prêtres l'ont dit.
the big priests, they say it.
Ils ont rejeté la vérité.
They rejected the truth.
Ils ont rejeté la vie.
They rejected the life.
Ils ont rejeté la parole vivante.
They reject the living word of life.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Aujourd'hui encore.
Today again,
Ce qui s'est passé au temps de Jésus.
the thing that happened at the time of Jesus
C'est la même chose qui se passe encore aujourd'hui.
is the same to repeating itself again.
Aucune personne ne peut jamais accepter la vérité si lui-même n'est pas dans la vérité.
No pastor can be able to accept the truth if he himself is not in the truth.
La vérité de Jésus est devenue amère pour les pharisiens.
The truth of Jesus is something bitter in the face of the Pharisees.
La vérité de Jésus est devenue démon pour les pharisiens.
The truth of Jesus have turned to demon in the face of the Pharisees.
Aujourd'hui, les pharisiens sont encore là.
Today the Pharisees are still there.
Ils sont encore là.
They are still in.
Parce qu'ils voient tout ce que les Père de la Nation dit comme des choses extraordinaires.
And they are looking at all the things that the Father of all nation is saying as something extraordinary.
Des choses que toutes les églises du monde entier n'arrivent pas à enseigner.
And
the things that churches all over the world are unable to teach.
C'est pour cela que le Père des Nations est bizarre.
And that's why they are saying the Father of all nations, something that look bizarre.
Quand le Dieu du Père des Nations est un Dieu bizarre.
That the Father of all nations, God, is really bizarre.
C'est leur Dieu qui n'est pas bizarre. C'est leur Dieu qui n'est pas bizarre.
That their God is not bizarre.
C'est leur Dieu qui est le vrai Dieu.
Because it's their God that is the true God.
Alléluia.
Amen.
Nous avons une grande grâce que nous comprenons la voix de notre berger.
Amen. And we have a grace that gives us the ability to understand or to hear the voice of the shepherd.
Et comme nous aussi nous écoutons sa voix, lui aussi il attend nos voix.
As the way we are also listening to his voice, he too is listening to our voices.
D'autres cherchent la vérité là, mais ils ne trouvent pas.
Many are looking for the truth, but they are not finding it.
D'autres ont dit la vérité, mais ils l'ont rejetée. Ils ont demeuré dans cette vérité, mais après, ils ont dit non, ça, parce que ça là, ce qu'il a dit, c'est là, non, ça c'est pas dans la Bible.
Many have accepted the truth, but later rejected it. They look at it, so no, these are the truth, and they are in the Bible. And later on, no, they are no more in that truth.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Alléluia.
Praise God.
Alléluia.
Praise the Lord.
Tout ce que le Père de la Nation dit,
Everything the Father of all nations is saying,
nous devons obéir.
we need to obey.
David,
David,
le roi David,
King David,
il envoie les gens, non? Il envoie ses femmes, non? Avec cette femme-là, non?
he has been sending his God to say, bring unto this person, bring this person unto me.
Alors que c'est la femme de tout.
But while those women are married, they are wife unto other people. But this God, they obey to the voice of the king.
Ils le font.
And they does it.
Ils n'ont jamais accusé David.
And they never blame David.
Parce que ça, il semble que David aime le cœur de Dieu.
Because they knew that David is the heart of God.
Il a l'œil de l'Éternel.
He is the eye of the Lord.
Alléluia. Et tout ce que le Seigneur dit,
And everything the Lord will tell him
de faire,
to do,
il ne peut pas refuser.
he cannot refuse.
C'est pourquoi toi aussi que tu es avec le Père des Nations.
That you that is the Father of all nations,
Tout ce qu'il va te dire de faire,
everything he will tell you to do, you need to obey.
tu dois obéir.
You need to obey.
Sinon tu vas pécher contre le Saint-Esprit.
If not, you sin against the Holy Ghost.
Alléluia. Alléluia. Afin de 2 millions. Afin de 2 millions.
About these 2 million women event or 2 million of queen event,
Ça a semé de tumulte dans les gens.
it has planted murmuring and trouble in the heart of people.
Et avant les autres 2 millions, là, les gens, il y a beaucoup de gens qui ont péché contre le Seigneur.
A lot of people have sinned to the extent against the Holy Spirit.
Alléluia. Praise God. Si Dieu appelle quelqu'un, l'homme selon mon cœur,
And if God is calling someone a man after my heart, a man of my eye,
il faut craindre cette personne.
you need to be afraid of that person.
Il faut craindre cette personne.
You need to be afraid of that person.
Alléluia. Alléluia. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Aujourd'hui, on a parler de préférence.
Today they're talking about being selective.
J'aime ça, je n'aime pas ça.
For this one, I like this person, I don't like this person.
En Christ, il n'y a pas ça.
In Christ, there's nothing of such.
Celui que Dieu l'amour. Il dit quelque chose, ça je n'aime pas.
And the person that God have anointed on this manner, they say no.
Je me souviens.
I remembered.
Mais je rends grâce à Dieu.
I give glory unto God
Car aujourd'hui,
that today
je suis ici.
that I am here.
Affaire de côte.
The matter of this rib,
Quand j'ai quitté Cotonou, je viens au ici.
when I left Cotonou to come to Lomé in this place,
Alléluia. Je n'avais pas affaire de côte dans ma tête.
the matter of rib is not in my mind.
Priez pour avoir la côte, je ne fais pas cette prière.
Pray that I must have a rib. That one day is not even in my mind.
Mais quand je suis venu,
When I come
sur le Père des Nations,
to the Father of all nations, one night
le Père des Nations a reversé sur moi.
the Father of all nations dreamed about me.
Qu'il m'a vu avec Abigail.
That I saw you with Abigail.
À l'époque, elle s'appelait Chantal.
And in that moment, her name was Chantal.
Je dis comment?
I said, how?
Comment?
How?
Je rejette ça.
Oh, Father, I reject
Moi,
that.
je n'accepte pas ça.
I do not accept that.
Praise the Lord. Je dis, moi, je n'accepte pas ça.
I said, as for me, I do not accept that.
Comment?
How?
Au moins une vierge.
I want a virgin.
Une vierge.
A lady that's a virgin.
J'ai refusé.
I refuse.
Alléluia. Papa, pour la deuxième fois.
The Father of all nations received it the second time.
Quand c'est le même mariage.
That we should celebrate our marriage.
On a mis le vin sucré. Vin sucré. Dans un gobelet.
And they put a sweet wine into a cup.
Et on a remis.
And they give it unto her.
On peut te donner à sa coûte.
And they say you should give it unto the person that she's a rib of.
On chantait, tout le monde chantait, tout le monde est assis. Les hommes sont assis, les jeunes sont assis.
And there was song taking place, men were singing, people were singing.
Le verre là. Et le frère était dans le verre. Even in the dream, brother Elise was in a dream. And brother Elise said, oh, give it to me, I want it. And when she was going near her, she turned. Now guys were sat down. Me too, I was among them. So she escaped all of them, and to the point that she gave the cup onto my hand. And Papa, our father wake up and he said, this is the dream I had on you. I said, what, you again? Father, me, I don't want that too. Because of this dream, all the time I'm angry in myself. All the time I'm angry. And me myself, I begin to receive revelation. But I've not been saying it.
It's not good. My dreams were not good. The thing the Father all nation is saying, I will see the second time. Me and her, we are in the car. We are going to a wedding ceremony. And I was cherishing her, speaking to her in a dream. And I said to in my heart in the dinner, she was getting closer to because she wanted me to marry her. I will not say to the Father of all nations, I've hidden it. I had another one. That we are in the village.
Donc tu vas pouvoir comment faire la période du village là.
The way they will be building tents and those kind of things in the villages. And in the village, the way they will be covering those buildings with these grasses and co, you know them. And she and I were in it. In the morning,
les instruments de chant, j'ai dit, bon, je parle de chant pour venir te préparer pour qu'on puisse marcher.
And then I said, okay, I'm going to the farm. I took farming tools and I said, I'm going to the farm so she could so that we eat. So she was lighting up the fire quickly that she must, so that the food must be ready quick. And I woke up over here. And I said over here, I'm dead and I'm finally finished.